Hey guys, what is up, and welcome to another story time. And in today's story time, I'm going to be following up with the fear story time. And as you guys know by the title, Dismay, yeah, I'm starting to abandon this fear completely. And I'm not going to lie, I was actually even more correct than I thought I would be. And it's because I have been talking to a new person about every other day. I wouldn't say every day because of the weekends, like literally on the weekends, I would just be at home and then just editing and stuff and just focusing on YouTube full time. When it comes to that, we're just trying to just get it together because recently I've just been a mess of things when it comes down to it. Like, I'm just being completely real. Some days during the weekends, I would literally just be in my bed like the whole days, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to move, or I would just be constantly sleeping. So yeah, that sums up my weekend in a nutshell. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is dismay, and I'm starting to abandon that fear. And I've actually noticed to when I talk to others, my voice is starting to be a lot more stern, and it's a lot more authoritative. Because before I would mumble to when I would talk because I wouldn't talk often. And it is reasonable, you know, if you're not talking much, of course your voice is going to be like like you're going to be sounding like a Minecraft villager or something. But I'm starting to talk to a lot of other people now, and I've been sharing the gospel with them. And actually, there will be something like that here soon. But yeah, when it comes to the gospel, I've been sharing the gospel with a lot of people. Like, I think since it's been a month, I've shared it with like 30 people at this point, which is insane just to think about. Because I started sharing the gospel back in August. I'm not really sure how many people that is now, but I just know it's a lot, so yeah. Anyways, I've been sharing the gospel with a lot of people, and there's a good reason behind it. You know, I'm just trying to share the good news because you have a lot of people who just don't know it, and then they think that they're a good person, even though in reality that just isn't the case. No one's good, except for one person, of course, and then that's, you know, somebody. Anyways, so my week has been a bit crazy, but I hope your guys' week has been fine, and gals, but I don't think girls watch my channel. I hope not, because I'm just too smart for that. I don't know why I said that. That was just me being dumb. But all jokes aside, the weeks have been insane recently, and I have been doing a lot of reading when it comes down to it. And speaking of reading, I'm going to be talking about that in today's video. So, back in April, I was born again, and I could expand upon that if you guys would really like me to, but as it is right now, I don't really think that much people are interested, so I'll just leave it at that when it comes to being born again. Anyway, so I was born again. I noticed that I've started to read a lot more. I don't know what it is, but like, since I have a new heart with new desires, I've just been reading. Not only been reading, my speech has been authentic more than ever. Like, I swear I can pick up things and then just be like, bam, and just explain it really well. I don't know, it's been crazy, to be honest. And the thing that's also crazy is that it's already September. Now, this may sound dumb if you're watching this in another month, but that means it's getting close to the winter season, which is just strange. Or fall first, but I'm just thinking of winter and December and that great month. December is honestly such a great month. You have snow, unless global warming's happening, but yeah, it has been insane. And the thing with fear that I was talking about, and I was going to be talking about in this video before I got so off track, was that I've noticed that there's a lot of people who have fear, who I have talked to. And it's not because, oh, I'm just going up to a random person if anybody thinks that. No, it's because there's so much fear from something that's just non-existent. Like, if you literally go on your phone, that is to what causes fear. Now, I'm not saying that's the under-root cause, because there could be a lot of factors, like with me. Before I even had fear, like, I got fear at such a young age, and it wasn't because I had a phone or anything. I didn't get a phone until I was, like, 14 or something. But I got fear and anxiety at a young age, like 9, or maybe even younger than that, because I think it was, like, back in kindergarten, however old that is, I don't really remember. But I remember being in a dark place when I was 9 years old. But that's how I got my fear, you know. I was a young adolescent, and when I was growing up, I didn't have certain things, so I would be learning a lot on my own. And actually, I will be getting into that in another story time about learning on my own. And it was really hard, you know, finding literally everything out by yourself. It is sad. That is, like, literally so sad to think about. But looking back on it, it made me who I am today, and I couldn't be more grateful, because it led me in the right steps, and I couldn't be more blessed when it comes down to it. But anyway, so with fear, I was talking about that, and a lot of fear is generated from phones, alongside anxiety and all this stuff. And if you think that is so cliche, or if you think that's so stupid, and that is such a foolish thing to say, let me just be real. I literally scrolled through the Explore page on Instagram, right? There is nothing but provocative material in there. And there's also the second thing, which is just fear. Like, literally, if you just scroll through it, it's just going to be talking about anxiety and those kind of situations that you would never think about. Literally things you would never think about unless you were, like, scrolling through Instagram or scrolling through whatever app that may be. Like TikTok, there may be some stuff on there, but I really don't know, because I have never used TikTok a day in my life, and I will stand by that statement until I die, because it is such a stupid app. I am so glad I never got invested into that, or ever even downloaded it, to be quite frank with you all. But anyways, enough with me roasting TikTok. I just wanted to talk about fear and anxiety and how it's developed, and it's literally just developed from phones. And that's just the truth. Like, there's a reason to why I never use my phone unless I'm checking messages. Like, I'm not even kidding. If I ever pick it up, I'm like, okay, let me just check my messages on Instagram so I can see what people say. But I don't even really need that, because I have it all on my PC, which is to where I have Instagram and all that stuff. And that's just to check messages. Literally, I just have it to check messages, and then the second thing I have it for is to follow some bands. That's literally it. I don't follow anyone else, because every other thing on Instagram is just either a waste of time, or it's just things I should just not be seeing, you know? And that's not even the way I see it, that's just the way it is, you know? Because there's a lot of stuff or material that's just a waste of time overall. But yeah, the main thing I do to avoid that kind of stuff too, especially with YouTube. YouTube is even awful on phones, so it's what I do is I have a Switch that I watch YouTube on, because it literally dismays and just completely abandons that kind of content material that you don't want to see. So it's something that I like about the Switch so much, and yeah, it's just so amazing. Anyways, I didn't think I'd be talking about my Switch in today's video, but there's literally so much good stuff on there, because it's not just content material, which is just a waste of time, and I really mean that. Anyways, the conclusion of this is that fear is from phones, and that's where you develop anxiety. And if you really want to get away from it, dude, just get away from the phone, or literally just go buy a Switch or something, because you will see 10 times better content on a Switch than you would ever see on your mobile device. And I mean that. I'm gonna end the video here. The moral of this video is gonna be, first of all, take care of yourselves. Just have a good one, because there wasn't really that much to talk about other than anxiety and stuff, which is literally developed by phones. And here's going to be my closing statement. To further prove to what I'm talking about when it comes to anxiety, there's this one girl in one of my classes that I have, and she literally is so scared to talk to anyone, and not just her, this goes with like everyone in that class. They're so scared to talk to people, and it's all because of their phones, you know? Or because, like, I'm not even kidding, everybody's just looking at their phone. Like, are you kidding? Like, I'm just sitting there just like, oh hi, and then it's like, oh, they're looking at their phones. Okay, never mind, that was a waste of time. But yeah, I'm gonna end it right there with that closing statement on anxiety and phones. And I'm not saying for you not to get a phone, but I would recommend a Nintendo Switch, to be quite honest with you guys. Anyways, as usual, have yourselves a damn good one, and peace out.